Hi, I'm back again. So obviously now we finished doing the registration and now we're actually going to start the game. So obviously it says type in any key to get started. So obviously the user is ready and itching to get started right now. So just type in any key. You can type in literally any key, anything you want. So I'm going to just write gibberish just to show you. Boom. Alright, cool. So now it shows the introduction, it shows the whole plot, it shows the whole like story, and it goes through the walk of the gameplay. So obviously it shows level 1, and obviously the first input, the first command, the second command line which it will ask users to type is investigate. So users will have to type in investigate as well. Obviously in my usability feature stage I will show you what happens when users don't type investigate, but I'm going to show you what happens if users do type investigate. Right, so obviously user has typed investigate, and this is a command line as is an action which the character in the game will be doing. So obviously this is basically an action to control the character, and obviously it will show them and send them to the first input of scenario to what to pick. So obviously here I want to continue forward to basically show you the other rounds. So obviously we know that from here option 2 is always the dead end option, obviously. So this path is basically the dead end path as well, so we type in 1. So obviously if you keep on typing 1, we know the reciprocation, we know the sequence of, knowing that 1 is always the one which will take you further and further to the next process. So obviously I'm going to carry on pressing 1. Obviously boom, it basically just shows everything. So obviously it says which option you pick. And again, by the way, this stage we have entered a same path but different intention path, which I've explained about the different types of paths in this game. So obviously this is our first same path different intention one, which basically means that I've listed here that any option you choose from this path will not end you here. So users can pick whatever option from here and they will still be able to continue. So I'm gonna make it a little bit spicy and pick 2, obviously, so we can see what the user will experience. So boom, obviously now the user has done this, and obviously it shows the plot, it shows them what has happened. Then obviously it shows that level 1 has now been completed. So obviously users want to probably see how their ongoing score is right now. So obviously this is the second command line, and it basically tells them if you want to see your badges, if you want to see how you're doing right now, just say yes. So obviously users can say yes. Obviously in the usability feature I will show you what happens if user doesn't say yes, but I'm going to say yes over here. I've said yes. So obviously now I've said yes, it will now commence me to the next round, which it basically shows the user his results, their results, her results, and it will basically tell them to get ready for level 2. So obviously now in level 2 it shows them the third command line, which basically allows them to name their own host, as they've been able to be rewarded in host for commencing to the next level, which is level 2. So obviously host name can be anything. I'm gonna write Walker. Alright, cool. So I've written Walker as name, so it tells them this is now your host's name. So obviously now like this is another command key, another command line, which basically tells them to write unlock to activate another attribute which they've been able to receive in the game after doing a subtask. So obviously I'm gonna write unlock, type unlock, sorry. So obviously I've done that, and it basically just still carries on going through the whole game, and obviously we're gonna keep on going. So I'm not gonna like go through the whole process, but I'm gonna show you the whole game basically if I keep typing 1, because obviously I'm gonna make sure I type in the right input for everything. So 1, okay, cool, open door. It says to type open sesame to open door, open sesame. Alright, cool. So now it takes us to our next plot. I'm gonna type in 1. Alright, cool. Next plot again, tells us the whole plot, tells us which one we want to choose again. I'm gonna press 1 again. Okay, cool. To shoot, type 90. This is another command line. So obviously when user types 90, boom, obviously it will show that, oh yeah, well done, you type 90, which is the character's action. You will gain 90 XP, and through this as well I want to show you guys that when users basically do a command line, they'll always be rewarded with XP, obviously because the character in the actual game has actually done an action. So obviously that will upgrade the character as well. So obviously we'll send him to the next process. I'll press 1 again. So obviously, so now we're in level 4, and obviously it's telling me to activate my Deadeye. So I'm gonna type in activate to do that, as it's telling me to do so. It's a command line. It's also telling me to activate my stealth mode. Type in Mysterio. So I'm gonna type in Mysterio. obviously telling me to shoot all enemies, so I'm gonna type in pop off. That's what it's saying over there. Obviously, boom. I have also again gotten a badge over here which says that well done, you have gotten the sharpshooting badge, which is another badge, which is another type of reward which users will be able to gain when they have done something. Obviously this is XP as well. Obviously, like I said, if a user is able to do a command line, obviously that's the action of the character, they're able to be rewarded with XP, which helps them upgrade their character. Obviously now again we are back to the other two-way path. So this is a two-way path here. So a two-way path is basically a path which basically means that if users pick any other thing, if user picks any option, it will not kill them off the game, and also it will send them to a different path to somebody that picks another option. So this is a two-way path, different intentions, and basically two different paths. So I'm gonna go for whatever path. I'm gonna just say no, I'm not gonna accept this offer like I was going through pressing one the whole time. So press one, obviously now you are into another path. So this path, everything here will be different from what somebody who picked option 2 would get. So obviously here we're level 5, it basically congratulates them and shows them that they're honorable. So obviously for level 5 they get the opportunity to pick whatever horse they want as a reward. So obviously there's number 1, there's a Arabian horse which is faster, or number 2 there's a Mustang which is stronger. Any choice up to you. Obviously I made this input where whatever horse they pick, they'll still get into the same position and the same path as well anyway, so that really doesn't really matter. So I'm going to pick the Arabian, I'm going to go faster, so boom, I'm going to pick one again like I've been doing. So obviously now there's another scenario, tells them to type in the action. So obviously it says type tape off, so I'm going to type tape off real quick. Boom, alright, cool. So obviously I've typed tape off and it shows that I've successfully done my job. Obviously, boom. So then now this is the last question. So the last question will basically show the users his fate. So obviously, like I said, I'm gonna go for 1 again. Now I'm gonna go for 1. Boom. 1. Alright, cool. So now it's giving me my results, my final score. Obviously over here. So obviously the user will see what they've done after their final score and see how they've done the whole game. So obviously after that, after the user has read everything, they will get the opportunity to say, do you want to play again? So obviously I'm going to say, you know what, I like this game. This game was very enjoyable. I'm going to play again. So let's see what happens if I type in yes. I want to play again. Yes. Alright, cool. So boom. It sends them back to the start, which is over here. So now user has said they want to play again. So then now this basically has the function of introduction, which is basically here, which will send them back to reciprocate the whole game again, and they'll be able to play and explore more options. Thank you for watching.